What's up, boys and girls? Got a 2019 Lexus gx460 here. Gonna do a brake job on it. The brakes. Let me see if I can turn on that flashlight like this. Are basically almost gone. So we're gonna do that. I already went ahead and jacked it up on the frame. I think that's okay. Like that. It is in the air. So let me take you through this real quick. It's not a semi-truck job, but it is something that you can do at home on a car. Kind of fun to do, so I'm gonna post it. Okay, we got a Milwaukee over here. Let's see if it can do it. Let's see. Let's get the big boy out. Here. Now I would not use this. Tighten these back up. Would not be the smartest thing to do. But to take them off, it's fine. Yeah. Ooh, missed one. What the problem is, okay. Easy money, easy money. Let's do this job. Now, sometimes you have to drive your wife's car just to make sure that everything's okay. So I told her the other day, and I was like, you know, your brakes are pretty much gone. And she was like, what is brakes? So then I realized I should change them. Now, right here is, let me turn on the flash again, and you can see hold on, how do you turn the flash? Hold on a second. There, I made the flash work. So this is not wait, like this. Yeah, okay. This stuff here, I can't feel it with my nail, but I bought new ones anyways. Look at these pads. I would say that there isn't much left on them. So I'm gonna go get the other new stuff just to make sure everything's the same, and then I'm gonna take this off. This is the rotors, that's the back pads, these are the front pads. Duralast, blah 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 blah. They're supposed to be the good ones, so I don't even know if they actually are, but let's take this off and see. Actually, let's see, what do I need to take off? Okay, back here, if you look from the top, this bolt's gonna have to come off, and that bottom one is gonna have to come off. But actually, for the pads to come off, I just need to take this off, this back here, like this. Need a screwdriver. Okay, got a screwdriver, and you go like this, and like this, and like this. Okay, and then you go like this and like this, and it's out. Okay, now these two pins should slide out like this. Like this, and like this, and then the pad should come out, but I'm gonna have to actually, let's see, I'm gonna have to release the caliper a little bit. Now, I'm not going to reuse these calipers, so obviously I can just go like this and like this. Oops. Oh, come on. Playing hard to get. Ah, that flew out. This is just to pretty much hold, this stays in between the pads, and it's a spring that after you break, it pulls them apart a little bit. Well, supposed to do it. Okay, there you go. See? There is a little bit of pad on there, but not much. So, if you wanted to just do pads, like without changing your caliper or anything, you could just do this, like this, and you would use something to push those in or out and slide the new pads in, and there you go, you're ready to go. But I will not do that. I will do the rotor as well, so I'm gonna remove the caliper. But I just want to show you that real quick. If you do just pads, easy peasy, and it's done real quick. So before loosening this up, actually, you see this line right here is connected to the back, and this is metal right here. This part's metal, that's rubber. So actually, if you want to be professional, which I am, I don't know if you guys can notice or not, but this bolt, I'm gonna take it off. So this bracket is loose. That way I can actually move this around and not bend nothing. So there you go, little tip there. I actually had to turn the wheel. That way I can get my gun in here. And the size of that is 19 millimeters. Now, we can use this gun. Come on, get out of here. The other one up there, that was a 12 millimeter. And yes, I know I'm using the shiny ones for the impact gun, but that's okay. These are not under warranty obviously anymore. Let me set this down. Okay, let's see if this gun, the little one, can take those off. Sorry, I'm trying to do it with one hand and I'm not very good at it apparently. Okay, it's in. And I'm gonna go and adjust this to number 3. Let's see, can you do it, little gun, or not? Nope. Basically, this gun is a loser, so we're not gonna be even playing these games with him. We're gonna go like to the big boy. Okay, and let's see. Okay, just want to make sure that you're in there. Okay, at least make it look like it's hard. Don't do it like so easily. All right. So I'm gonna take this off. Use by hand a little bit, so you know. So you don't say that I do everything with tools. Sometimes I use my hands. Come on. Hurry up already. Now, this, let me actually do something. And that's a little stand for my dirt bike that I use, but I'm gonna use it to just set this right here so it doesn't hang on that line or nothing, you know? Okay. Now the question is, so you see this here? If you take a little nut with that size and you screw in there, it should push this out. But I don't know if the new stuff came with anything like that. I would probably say more no than yes. So I'm gonna smack it a little bit with the hammer, see if it actually comes out. So here I have the baby, the big brother, and daddy. Let's go with daddy. Well, no, I don't like it. I'm gonna see if I can find the like a nut to go in there. Okay, so I found this one. It seems to fit in that. I'm not too worried about it because this is like a throwaway order basically. So I'm gonna, hey, easy money, just came out like that. And this one here, you can play like, you know, horseshoe or something with it. I'll see what I'm gonna do with it. Might use it like a hat. I don't know. But for now, we'll just set it down and let's check it out. There's no play in the axle at all, so that's good. There's a new roller, brand new. So you wanna grab it nicely. It just goes in there like that, and that's too easy, man. You got oil on it. Come on. So I'm gonna grab. I have some. Let me grab it. I'll show you. Mineral spirits. So, I mean, that oil probably wouldn't hurt nothing too much, but I'm just gonna wipe it down just to make sure that there's no. I mean, you don't want no grease or oil on the brakes. Now, I'm not an expert. I just don't think it's a good thing to have that kind of stuff on it. Okay. Okay. Feel a little better about it. Well, that's that. put this back on, but first, I'm gonna push in those pistons on the caliper. Over here, this is what I used. Obviously there's special tools for this, but you wanna pry both sides with something. This is gonna be in all the way. It's in all the way. I use the pad here. These are just C-clamps, and I'm doing the other side now. It's so hard to do with one hand, but as you can see, it's pushing it in, and that's just the way you do it. Push it in all the way. I sprayed some brake cleaner on here just to kind of clean off the dust and whatnot. Okay, now it's all the way in. So that right there is what I was talking about, releasing these pistons. Now take this off, take this off. Now there is special tools that you can rent at AutoZone, whatever, for this, but I think this is just as good. Now this is gonna go here where it was. I have to adjust this caliper a little bit, put it in, and then we're gonna put the pads in there. Well, everything is back in. The new pads. Let's just say there's a little more pad on the new one than on the old one. So now I just gotta put this back on. Obviously you don't want to forget that. And put the wheel on, and it's done. Then go the other side. Obviously I'm not gonna show you guys the other side, but I'll show you the back when I do the back. I'm doing the other side actually. I said I wasn't gonna show you, but basically when I was a kid, every time my dad would do something on cars, you know, a lot of dads, they just kick their kids out of the way. So don't bother me, get out of the way, and blah, blah, blah. Instead, my dad would actually call me there and say, okay, hold this, hold that, give me that tool. You know, he made me look like, made me feel like I was helping him, but I think he was just teaching me. So sometimes I assume that, you know, everybody knows everything, and this is pretty self-explanatory, but on these pads, one of them has this little notch, like a steel piece. This goes on the inside of the rotor. The point of that is, like, when your pad wears down, it starts touching that thing. It's starting to touch it, and it's making the noise. That's why when you hear that noise, that means you need to change your pads. So this pad that has that on there goes on the inside towards the motor. I just figured I'd throw that on there. Alright, I got the back wheel off. Fronts are both done, but here in the back, actually it's not much better. The pads are not at the wear bar, but they're almost there. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the pads. These rotors are very nice. I can like not even feel a lip on top, so I'm not gonna change the back rotors. So here you just take this one off and these two off, and this top piece comes off, and then it looks like it has only one piston. Just compress that one piston in, put the new pads, put it back on, and that's it. If you wanted to change the rotor, you take this off, and then you'd have to take this one off and the one on the bottom, like this, off. That way the whole piece of the caliper comes off. And same thing, you just use a bolt to push this out, put the new one back in. It's just as easy. So we're gonna do this. This is the wheel is getting ready to go back in. So it came with these little I don't even know, they're little spring types, but everything else, the pads are in, everything's nice and new. I'm gonna put it back on and this job's done.